So I'm so excited to be asking you about what your experience has been reading the traveling manuscript of The Life I Didn't Notice, which is Gerry Visca's third transformational novel that he's written. So thank you for being part of this interview, Ann.
So this book and this manuscript that was traveling, I felt like I'd been a part of this kind of global holding of a story, right? And that's such a beautiful gift to be a part of, because it helps me to reconnect with myself and others in a deeper, more human way.
What was the greatest impact on you from reading this novel?
Well, that is a great question. So thank you for that. I would say that the greatest impact has been about really slowing down to notice the unseen miracles in my own life. So I really feel like I could resonate with the character of Lily Fields in terms of, being caught in the routine of everyday life, busyness, at times exhaustion, and just really kind of tapping into the wisdom.
So, how did the theme of this novel and The Life I Didn't Notice move you?
The theme itself, I mean, really, it captures the importance of noticing, right? The gift of noticing and seeing the very things in my own life that I wasn't noticing or paying attention to. Yeah, the character moved me, stirred me. I really felt guided by the individual that was journeying alongside Lily Fields.
Yeah.
I won't tell who that was, because that's a really beautiful moment to discover. Like, there was a deep yearning in Lily for more, and there was a sense of her knowing who she was all along, but having some of that stripped away through what Gerry had described as some of the regrets. I related to the fact that the regrets really being gifts, and how that's actually miraculous teachings. They don't feel like that in the moment, and I related to her love of nature and her joy of children, and just this kind of youthful awe to explore and be.
And the author chose to weave in spiritual teachings throughout the story. How did they impact you and your life?
I truly feel like we are spiritual beings on a human path. And I think Gerry really speaks to that. The author really speaks to that in the story of Lily Fields, because when you can start to see that we're all kind of spiritual warriors in some way, it just kind of opens this lens of what's possible, and it shifts my relationship to time. It was really nice to be in a space of seeing that time is really non-linear, and be in a world that really sees this kind of weaving of what's possible when we just move out of what is the illusion or the delusion that we're taught.
Yes.
So yeah, and I would say that the other awakenings has been around the gifts and forgiveness, the importance of unabounding, unabashed love. I think it's more impactful because it's really about embodying the experience and journeying with the character. And there's enough of a resonance in the character of Lily Fields that, people can find their own way to the journey and whatever that means for a person. I think that sometimes when things are laid out and rigidly defined, there isn't enough creativity or a quest for soul that really invites you to feel that spiritual awekening.
So, how would you share this novel, with a group of 7 people in your life?
How I would share it is about, we're all living in this world, and yet many of us are living in a way that's not fully alive. I would share it with friends and family to say this is an opportunity, if you so desire, to notice your life in a deeper way, to see these unseen miracles, to appreciate the gifts within your own discovery through this character. And I would want to speak to the fact that this is a vision. I think it can definitely bring people together, because I think what it does is it allows people, in my language, it allows people to soften, to lean in, to deepen, and to embrace fears from a place of passion and courage, and see what's possible.
What would you say to someone who doesn't usually read novels, especially spiritual transformational novels?
I would say, have you ever read the Harry Potter series? And the reason I would say that is because what that did was it tapped into something that many people knew and thirsted for, but they didn't know how to actually put it into a context within their own life. And that pulled on so many archetypes within each of us that, like people that have never read before were lining up to get a book.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in terms of this story and this book, it has the potential to do the same. And how we would spread the message would be to say, I guarantee you're not living your life as fully as you want to. I guarantee there's things that are passing you by. And this book in particular will help you, as it did me, as it has for others, slow down, pay attention, notice what's unseen, notice what's possible, and live a fuller and more authentic path.